Are you ready for the next big thing in foldable phones? Well, get ready to be wowed because the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is on its way. This phone is not just any ordinary smartphone, it's a foldable one. And with Samsung's track record of innovation, we can only imagine what they have in store for us with the Z Fold 5. From its sleek design to its cutting-edge technology, we're already preparing ourselves to be blown away. So join us as we dive into the latest rumors and speculations about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and get ready to say, wow, this is impressive. Now let's dive into the juicy details of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5's design and display. Design and display. First things first, let's talk about the foldable aspect of this phone. Looks like Samsung is sticking with the book-style foldable design with a narrow outer display and a squarish inner display. We were hoping for a bigger cover screen, but alas, it seems that won't be happening. However, we can expect the screens to be of top-notch quality, with both the outer and inner displays sporting 120Hz refresh rates and OLED panels. And speaking of the inner display, it may have a larger but shallower crease than the previous models, which should make the line through the display less visible overall. Plus, there's even a rumor that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 could have a water drop type display structure that eliminates the crease completely. How cool would that be? But the real game changer here could be the new Dumbbell Hinge design. This mechanism could allow some portion of the inner screen to roll inside the phone's main body, preventing the display from creasing and improving its durability. And it looks like Samsung is testing this hinge to withstand even more folding and opening than the previous models, up to a whopping 300,000 folds. That's 50% more than the Z Fold 4's 200,000. Plus, this new hinge design could make the Galaxy Z Fold 5 thinner and lighter than its predecessor. Now, we know what you're thinking. Won't this phone be thick and heavy because of the large inner display? Well, according to rumors, the Z Fold 5 could be somewhat lighter thanks to new materials. But let's be real here, it's still going to be heavier than your average smartphone. Camera of Galaxy Z Fold 5. Moving on to the cameras of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. We're a bit disappointed to hear that it may have the same camera specs as its predecessor, but there's still some hope that we might see some improvements in image quality with new image sensors. On the bright side, there were previous rumors that the Fold 5 might get a 108-megapixel main camera, the same one found on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Plus, it might even have a 64-megabyte telephoto camera with 2x optical zoom and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide shooter. Wouldn't mind seeing those upgrades, Samsung. However, we also heard a separate rumor that there could be no change from the Galaxy Z Fold 4. That would be a bummer, especially since we're hoping for a 200-megapixel main camera like the one on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. But according to the leak, Samsung's hands are tied because of the phone's weight. Speaking of weight, we hope that Samsung has found a way to reduce the bulk of the Z Fold 5, so it's not too heavy to handle. The Z Fold 4 is already a hefty device, so any weight reduction would be welcome. And let's not forget about the inner under-display camera. We're not big fans of it, to be honest. Sure, it lets us enjoy the display in full, but the quality of the pictures it produces isn't that great. We hope Samsung comes up with a better solution for the inner camera, but as of now, we don't have any rumors to support this wish of ours. Performance. Now that we've talked about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5's cameras, let's talk about its performance. We all know that a phone is only as good as its processor, and the Z Fold 5 is no exception. Fortunately, it looks like Samsung is going to equip this foldable phone with the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset. But wait, there might be a plus version on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 that the Z Fold 5 would use instead. The Galaxy Z Fold 4 already got a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, which gave it an edge over other phones with regular Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipsets. But what about the Z Fold 5? Well, according to one source, it might actually use the same Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy chip found in the Galaxy S23. Now, this might not sound like a big deal, but recent benchmarks for the Z Fold 5 suggest that it will actually offer a big performance boost over the Galaxy S23 series, even though it's using the same chipset. We don't know exactly how Samsung has achieved this, but we're certainly not complaining. Of course, we're not just interested in raw processing power. We also want to see some new updates and features specifically designed for the Z Fold 5's unique form factor. We've already seen Samsung add a taskbar to the Z Fold 4's interface, and we're hoping to see even more optimizations for the 4x3 inner display on the Z Fold 5. This would be particularly useful for gaming, as most apps are still designed for use on rectangular displays. Battery life and charging. Speaking of battery life and charging, let's talk about what we want to see in the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. We know that due to its 2 displays and limited internal space, it's unlikely to match the battery life of regular smartphones. However, we would love to see an improvement from the Galaxy Z Fold 4's 8 hours and 20 minutes of battery life and hopefully get closer to the 10-hour mark. As for charging, while the Galaxy Z Fold 4 is currently the fastest charging Samsung foldable at up to 25 watts, other Android phone makers have surpassed this, with charging that's twice as fast or even faster. We're hoping that Samsung will offer an upgraded charging solution in the Galaxy Z Fold 5. One feature we would love to see in the Z Fold 5 is reverse wireless charging. This would allow us to charge other devices, like our earbuds or smartwatches, by placing them on the back of the Z Fold 5. It would be a great addition to the already impressive list of features in the foldable phone. In any case, we hope Samsung prioritizes battery life and charging improvements in the Galaxy Z Fold 5. After all, what good is a fancy foldable phone if it can't last through a day of use or charge quickly when we're in a hurry? Anyway, it's still a few months away from its release date, so what do we want to see in the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5? Well, for starters, we would love to see internal storage for the S Pen. It's been 2 years since Samsung introduced the stylus to the Galaxy Z series, but they still haven't figured out how to include it in the design. Come on, Samsung, we want the convenience of a built-in S Pen, just like the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Another thing we want is better cameras that can rival the Galaxy S22 Ultra. We understand that the Ultra will always be the top Samsung camera phone, but the Z Fold 5 shouldn't be too far behind. After all, it's Samsung's most expensive phone, so it shouldn't have any camera-related shortcomings. An improved main sensor or a stronger zoom magnification would be a great selling point for those who want excellent photography in a foldable. Battery life is another area where we hope to see some improvements. It's a quality of life upgrade that we can all appreciate. Since Samsung is already running low on space inside the phone, it's likely that greater battery life would have to come from a more efficient chipset. But we want to make the most of both displays without having to run to a charger every few hours, you know? Last but not least, we would love to see a less obvious display crease on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. The current crease is an unwelcome distraction when using the inner display. It's not the most visually appealing feature of the phone either. If Samsung could make the display flatter overall, it would attract a lot more potential users who prefer a subtler crease or no crease at all. Come on, Samsung, we know you can do it! All in all, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 has the potential to be an amazing phone. If Samsung can address these few areas of improvement, it would definitely be a phone worth investing in. We can't wait to see what Samsung has in store for us with the Z Fold 5. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, make sure to check out our channel. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a new upload. See you in the next one.